You only need one natural food to reverse poor circulation without drugs. And the best part is that it's available at your neighborhood supermarket. My name is Dr. Martina Vega. For over 25 years, I've dedicated my research and experience to helping men and women over 60 regain their health and confidence. In this video, I'm going to reveal what that food is, why it works, and most importantly, I'll share a 7-day plan that thousands of people over 50 are using to feel decades younger. The true cause of circulation issues. The decline in circulation isn't a sudden collapse. It progresses with small, silent changes. The early signs are subtle but unmistakable. Cold hands and feet, even in good weather. Fatigue despite getting enough sleep. Difficulty concentrating or brain fog. Lower exercise tolerance. And, especially in men, changes in sexual function. A study published in the Cleveland Clinic Journal of Medicine showed that vascular disease has been recognized as the most common cause of erectile dysfunction. Experts now recognize that erectile dysfunction often indicates the presence of endothelial dysfunction, the same underlying condition responsible for atherosclerosis or arterial hardening. Due to this connection, erectile dysfunction typically appears 2 to 4 years before a major cardiovascular event, making it an important early warning sign. An essential fact we must recognize is that this deterioration doesn't first appear in the heart. At its root is the state of the endothelium, the fragile inner lining of our blood vessels. It regulates blood flow by releasing compounds that dilate or constrict the blood vessels. In a healthy state, the endothelium produces enough nitric oxide, a powerful vasodilator that ensures smooth, unrestricted blood flow. Problems arise when the endothelium is damaged, a condition called endothelial dysfunction. This damage can be caused by factors like hypertension, high cholesterol, smoking, or diabetes. As a result of this damage, blood vessels constrict, inflammation develops, and clotting becomes more likely, laying the groundwork for dangerous cardiovascular conditions. Although the injury isn't immediately fatal, it triggers a chain of harmful effects. These tiny vessels resemble the roots of a tree. When they start to weaken, the entire upper structure becomes vulnerable. Over time, this same process contributes to the formation of atherosclerosis in larger arteries. That's why difficulties with concentration, stamina, cold extremities, and even male sexual health often appear together. When these early signs emerge, they're not just personal matters. They're the body's way of warning that the entire circulatory system is under strain. However, this process is not irreversible. The key to unlocking its potential lies in providing a special, natural molecule that's crucial for circulatory health. That molecule is found in an incredibly common food. Before revealing that food, I'll explain what that molecule does. The science of nitric oxide. The key molecule is nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a fundamental signaling molecule, essential for many physiological functions, especially cardiovascular regulation. In addition to its crucial role in controlling circulation, it prevents blood clot formation, reduces inflammation, and slows the progression of atherosclerosis. However, natural nitric oxide production decreases significantly with age, by more than 50% by age 40 and up to 75% by age 60, which contributes significantly to cardiovascular risk. Maintaining optimal nitric oxide levels is essential for healthy aging. Research compiled in the National Library of Medicine shows that deficient production or reduced availability of nitric oxide predisposes individuals to various cardiovascular diseases. Maintaining adequate levels should be a central goal of healthy aging. Studies published in the Journal of Clinical Investigation explain that nitric oxide acts through 2 distinct pathways, and understanding both is crucial for optimizing it. The first pathway depends on arginine, which nitric oxide synthase converts into nitric oxide. This system works best in youth, but becomes less effective with age, mainly due to vascular damage, oxidative stress, and inflammation. Some studies even warn that taking large amounts of L-arginine over prolonged periods can damage the cells lining the blood vessels. The second pathway, of particular interest, is diet-based. In this route, nitric oxide is produced from nitrates present in certain vegetables. Oral bacteria first reduce these nitrates to nitrites, which are then converted to nitric oxide in the stomach and circulatory system. Unlike the enzymatic pathway, this mechanism is less affected by aging, making it a reliable way to maintain nitric oxide production throughout life. This means that no matter your age, you can restore healthy nitric oxide levels by providing the right nitrates in your diet. Researchers from the University of Exeter analyzed over 40 nitrate-rich foods and found that one stood out for its potency. It contains highly bioavailable nitrates that the body efficiently converts into nitric oxide. That familiar food is beetroot, or beets. It's worth following a well-designed usage plan to make it effective and sustainable over time. The #1 food for circulation revealed. Beetroot is the most effective food for boosting circulation naturally. Eating beetroot helps your body create nitric oxide, which dilates arteries and promotes better blood flow. Since inflammation can hinder the natural synthesis of nitric oxide, consuming nitrate-rich foods helps counteract those effects and maintain vascular health. But this is where many people go wrong. It's not enough to just eat beetroot. How you prepare it and when you consume it matters for maximizing the conversion to nitric oxide. Fresh beetroot contains active nitrates, but cooking can destroy up to 30% of those compounds. According to research in food chemistry, boiling is especially harmful because it breaks down the delicate nitrate molecules your body needs to produce nitric oxide. That's why the most effective way is beetroot juice or high-quality beetroot powder. Research from Queen Mary University of London showed that consuming beetroot juice improves vessel dilation by around 20% and reduces arterial stiffness by nearly 10%. And here's a useful booster. When beetroot nitrates are combined with a minimal pinch of black pepper, piperine facilitates absorption through the intestinal wall. Combining black pepper with beetroot can significantly improve the absorption of its bioactive compounds. This effect is due to piperine, the main active ingredient in black pepper, which increases nutrient bioavailability in two ways: by blocking certain digestive enzymes that normally break down these compounds too quickly, and by improving their transport through the intestinal lining into the bloodstream. Together, these actions allow the body to retain and utilize beetroot's beneficial nutrients better. The optimal protocol is 1 tablespoon of organic beetroot powder with a very small pinch of black pepper in 240 milliliters of room temperature water, 30 to 60 minutes before your main meal of the day. That timing is key because it allows nitrates to peak in the blood right during the postprandial period when circulatory demand is highest. In addition to using beetroot as support against circulatory disorders, for maximum effectiveness, a combined regimen is ideal. A simple, viable daily rhythm that offers real results from the moment you wake up. Next, I'll guide you step by step on integrating these habits. The 7-day circulation reset protocol. This is the exact protocol that has helped thousands of people over 50 recover their circulation naturally. It's not theory. It's a practical, step-by-step system based on the evidence discussed. Upon waking, immediately drink 480 milliliters of room temperature water with a pinch of good quality sea salt. This rehydrates your system and prepares your circulation for the day. Then, take a 3-minute contrast shower to set the tone for the rest of the day. After that, deep breathing. Inhale for 6 seconds, hold for 4, and exhale slowly for 8. You'll feel calmer, clearer, and more centered in moments. Before your main meal, prepare your circulatory drink. 1 tablespoon of organic beetroot powder and a pinch of black pepper mixed in 240 milliliters of water. Drink it slowly over 5 minutes. In the afternoon, take a gentle 5-minute walk until you reach 30 minutes total. It's not intense exercise, It's circulatory activation. Focus on heel-to-toe movement to activate the calf muscles, which act as secondary hearts pumping blood back up. The evening is for winding down. A small glass of water, no heavy meals, and deep breathing before bed. Sleep on your back with support under your knees in a cool, dark room. It's a simple and effective plan, and after just 7 days, you'll feel full of life. And you might wonder why the combination of these habits sometimes doesn't improve circulation as it should. Lifestyle factors that multiply results. Changes start with the small things you do every day to dilate vessels, beginning with how you shower. The most powerful circulation amplifier is contrast therapy, alternating hot and cold water. The optimal protocol is to start with 2 minutes of comfortably warm water, followed by 30 seconds of cold water within your tolerance. Repeat 3 times and always end with cold. I know it sounds uncomfortable, but this vascular training is like a gym session for your vessels. It causes vasodilation followed by vasoconstriction, making vessels more reactive and flexible. A study in the European Journal of Applied Physiology found that contrast showers improved endothelial function by 35% in 6 weeks. The next one might sound too simple to be true, but it's one of the biggest circulation boosters: deep breathing. Breathing patterns influence circulation through their effect on nitric oxide. The most effective pattern is 4-7-8. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 7, exhale for 8. 4 repetitions 3 times a day. A 2017 study by Santarelli and O'Rourke, published in Psychothema, found that deep breathing techniques like 4-7-8 can activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps reduce cortisol, the stress hormone, lower blood pressure, and induce deep relaxation. This pattern stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, boosts nitric oxide synthase activity, and promotes vascular dilation. A study with 60 adults over 8 weeks showed significant improvement in endothelial function compared to controls. The third element is a 5-minute walk. Walk at a comfortable pace, focusing on heel to toe to activate the calf muscle pump. It outperforms intense exercise in men over 55 because its gentle, rhythmic pace encourages dilation without triggering stress responses. The timing of movement matters for optimizing circulation, though all exercise helps. Research in the Journal of Applied Physiology observed that gentle movement within 30 minutes after consuming nitrate-rich foods increased absorption by 45%. Finally, sleeping posture influences more than you think. The optimal position for circulation is on your back with a pillow under your knees. It maintains spinal alignment and avoids compressing major vessels. Room temperature is also critical. Sleeping between 18 and 20 degrees Celsius is associated with better growth hormone release and nitric oxide during deep sleep phases, while excessive heat can disrupt these restorative processes. The UK's National Health Service and the Mayo Clinic also remind us that good sleep hygiene reduces blood pressure and arterial stiffness, enhancing the effect of dietary nitrates. If you've made it this far, write the number 1 in the comments to let me know this content is useful and interesting to you. And here's a gift. I'll suggest superfoods that boost circulation multiple times over and tell you about basic, common mistakes that might be holding back your improvement. Foods that support circulation. Men who maintain basic health routines often feel better quickly, but those who achieve a complete transformation are the ones who also prioritize high-quality nutrition. That's why I recommend adding some potent superfoods each week. They not only improve circulation, but help heal the system from within. Start with leafy greens like spinach, arugula, and watercress, which are rich in nitrates, though in different proportions than beetroot. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that those who consumed a variety of nitrate-rich vegetables had 25% better endothelial function than those relying on a single source. The authors suggest that different vegetables provide various cofactors that support nitric oxide metabolism. Spanish studies show that spinach contains between 706 and 2003 milligrams of nitrates per kilogram, depending on the season. Traditional ingredients in Spanish cuisine, like spinach, are being studied as natural nitrate sources for food preservation. Pomegranate deserves special mention for its unique benefits. Unlike beetroot, which acts mainly via nitrates, pomegranate supports circulation through polyphenols that protect existing nitric oxide from degradation. A small glass on an empty stomach in the morning provides polyphenols that care for arteries and increase their elasticity. Within a week, many men report greater mental clarity and better stamina. Garlic works through another mechanism. The allicin in fresh garlic activates nitric oxide synthase, the enzyme responsible for natural nitric oxide production. A study in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry found that consuming 1 clove of fresh garlic daily for 12 weeks improved flow-mediated dilation by 18%. The key is to crush it and let it rest for 10 minutes to form allicin. Don't overlook watermelon rind. Watermelon contains citrulline, an amino acid precursor to arginine, which then converts to nitric oxide via the enzymatic pathway. This makes it especially valuable for supporting both nitric oxide pathways simultaneously. The chrononutrition of these foods matters. Distributing them throughout the day ensures sustained nitric oxide production and supports the various routes involved in healthy circulation. And now, the part that concerns most: the mistakes that can prevent your circulation improvement plan from yielding good results. Common mistakes that sabotage results. After working with thousands of people applying circulation protocols, I've identified critical flaws that prevent progress, even when the rest is done right. The first mistake is lacking a consistent schedule. Taking beetroot powder randomly throughout the day reduces effectiveness by up to 50%. Nitrate to nitrite conversion follows a specific chronology. Taking it first thing on an empty stomach maximizes absorption and provides sustained benefits throughout the day. The second mistake is assuming all beetroot powders are the same. Many commercial products are heat processed, destroying up to 40% of active nitrates. Look for organic, freeze-dried beetroot powder that lists nitrate content on the label. Quality products should provide at least 1.5% nitrates by weight. This point is huge. Many people neglect their oral health. Mouth bacteria convert nitrates to nitrites. Using antibacterial mouthwashes can reduce that conversion by up to 90%, according to nitric oxide literature. Avoid mouthwash at least 2 hours before and after consuming nitrate-rich foods. Error 4. Combining with proton pump inhibitors. Drugs that reduce gastric acid can significantly hinder nitrate conversion. If you take them, separate the beetroot protocol by at least 4 hours from your medication, and consult your healthcare professional about alternatives. The last mistake is expecting overnight miracles. While some people notice changes in hours, underlying circulatory improvements require consistency. Evidence indicates that endothelial function improvement tends to stabilize around weeks 3 and 4 of continuous application. Maintain the protocol for at least a month before evaluating. We've covered a comprehensive, science-based approach to naturally boost circulation, mental clarity, and energy through strategic nutrition and lifestyle improvements. Remember, it's not just about circulation. You're also supporting the brain, cardiovascular system, and overall vitality. The same mechanisms that improve flow reduce inflammation, sustain cognitive function, and reinforce natural repair processes. If you've made it this far, I'd love to hear your opinion. Rate this video from 1 to 10 in the comments and tell us what you thought of the content. Your rating and comments are important for continuing to offer you useful information and practical resources. Don't forget to subscribe for our upcoming updates. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.